If you're going into the prison system, you really need a role model who's going to help you figure out, how do I start building a record that might position me for the best possible outcome? And today I'm going to profile somebody on Prison Professor's Talent who's doing a remarkable job. So let me turn to share my screen so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to use this technology that our team put together for me. And you're going to see Dr. Patrick Haydel. Now, Dr. Patrick Haydel took the initiative to begin volunteering with Prison Professors, our nonprofit, at the very start of his journey. And Prison Professors Talent, let me just give you a little backstory on what it does, is we work to guide people towards success. Everything on our program is 100% free. And anybody who wants to see it could just click on the concept paper and read about what we're doing, how we iterate, what we're striving to achieve, so that if somebody might go into prison wearing an orange jumpsuit, they can come out as a businessman. But this isn't something that I or anybody on our team can do by ourselves. We need to have leadership, and we need to show people how to become an ambassador of the message. And that's why I am so grateful to Dr. Patrick Haydel. Not only did he reach out to us and participate in a masterclass, which you could see just by clicking on here and going to masterclass, and you could see one of the ones that we published for him, which is right here, where he took the time to do a video with me and also to take the time to collaborate in building a lesson plan that we could distribute to everybody in our community. And we reach more than 1 million people across the country. So we want to make sure that people are inside preparing for law-abiding, contributing lives upon release. But it was one thing to talk about volunteering with a nonprofit. It's another thing to sustain an initiative over a long period of time and build a record, not only of showing what you are doing to advance yourself as a candidate for an earlier release date, but also influencing others. And that's what Dr. Haydel has been doing. So if I share with you the profile he built on Prison Professor's Talent, you could see that he's got information of what his sentence length is. He's serving 36 months. He surrendered earlier this year on February the 5th. He's not scheduled for release until 2027, but that doesn't stop him from working every day. In fact, you could click on here and see the same thing that we would encourage anybody else to do. Write a biography. Help people understand who you are, what you've done, why you're a great candidate for relief. Because if you don't do that, unfortunately, the system is always going to see you based on what prosecutors said about you, or what the system said about you, or what media reports said about you. And that doesn't always advance you as a candidate to get the outcome that you want. And what you're about is looking to get a result. You want a result. You want to build a record, a body of work that will help people believe in you. And you do that by writing a biography. Since Dr. Haydel was already in prison, I used his what do you call it? The lesson plan that he wrote, and wrote a biography for him just based on that. And I'm honest, I wrote this for him based on what I knew about him from the work he did while volunteering for our group. And this becomes a tool that he can then use to teach other people in prison. So he's like an ambassador of the program, and it shows up right there on his profile, just like it would show up on your profile if you are committed, like Dr. Haydel is working to earn freedom. Then notice that he's writing his journal entries. Okay, he's been writing them consistently, the best of his ability, and it's not always easy to do that. It takes a lot of discipline and energy, because prisons aren't always accommodating to giving you access to write or to participate in access to the computer so that you could send an email through core links home. Then you got to rely on other people outside to publish what you're writing. But none of those complications stop Dr. Haydel from writing his journal entries. And you see one from June, May. He is getting into the groove of really memorializing his journey. And you can just click on the link and see what he's writing. And that's the information. So all of this will become an asset for him in the future when he's trying to self-advocate for the highest level of liberty at the soonest possible time. Next, we have book reports. So he's already published 3 book reports, and these, of course, you see they're all dated today, June 17th. That's because he sends them, but it takes a little bit of time to get the book report from his handwritten document to getting it typed to getting it published on his site. But you see he wrote a book report for Earning Freedom. I'll just go ahead and click that so that you can see what I'm talking about. He writes the book report about who he is, why did he read the book, what did he learn from reading Earning Freedom, how will Earning Freedom will influence his success after he gets out, and his final thoughts, right? So he's documenting that he's not wasting his time on there, but he's actually using these assets to teach other people. He also wrote a book report on the Black Swan, a story about how highly improbable events influence the decisions we make going forward. And he talks about why he read that book, what he learned from reading the Black Swan, how reading the Black Swan is going to influence his life upon release, and final thoughts. Okay, so he's making a body of work that he could use to influence a better outcome in the future, but he's also using it to teach people what they can do while they're in prison. And here's his book report on The Art of the Comeback by Donald Trump. And he writes again, provides an introduction, describes why he read the book, discusses what he learned from reading The Art of the Comeback. It's something that everybody who's going through the system is going to have to do. He's going to talk about how it's going to influence his life when he comes home. These are all assets that he could use when he's sitting across the table from somebody who might be very cynical and he's trying to advocate for an earlier transition to home confinement or a higher level of liberty even where he is, or potentially early termination of supervised release, or maybe even executive clemency. All of these efforts are showing why he is a better candidate than somebody who's not doing anything. So you can see this Prison Professor's talent profile is iterative. He's got to continue adding to it. And he even has his release plan on there. So like if you look on there, you'll see he's not somebody who's saying he's going to luck his way into success on the other side of the journey. Instead, he is showing all the ways that he has thought about this, what he understands about where he is and about what the purposes of confinement, what he's doing to make things better. But none of this work really is about anybody but you. What are you going to do to emulate real leadership like you see in Dr. Patrick Haydel? Don't just talk about wanting to get out sooner. Everybody wants to get out sooner. But figure out, how do I build a body of support? And I today took the liberty of writing a testimonial for him. So you'll see that's the cool thing about Prison Professor's talent, is that once you start becoming active and you demonstrate what you're doing, anybody can leave a testimonial for you. And as you see, I just left a testimonial for Dr. Patrick right now. It's super simple to do, right? You just click on this button right there. You give it a title. I wrote a title, Testimonial in Support of Dr. Patrick Haydel, and that'll show up right there. Give it a star rating, and then you write the testimonial. And once you write the testimonial, it's going to show up right here. Right? And so I would encourage you, look at his work. And if you believe in his work, make sure that you're leaving him a testimonial. Put your name, your email, talk about why you're doing it, submit the testimonial. Members of our team will then take the next effort and bringing it to market so it will show up on his website. Now, all of this is really part of our advocacy initiatives to try and open more pathways for people to earn freedom through merit. I look at Dr. Haydel as an ambassador of this message, and he's using this profile to teach other people in prison, right? It's not only about him. That's what's super cool about him, is he's also thinking about members of his community who don't have his educational background and his resources and all the things that he has done, so he could become a tool, an ambassador of the message. And one of the cool things that we're doing on here is, you'll see we're gamifying the system, where he's earning points for everything that he contributes. And soon, when he starts getting people in his tribe, they will accumulate points as they are advancing their pathway as well. So if you want to build a profile on Prison Professor's talent, I want you to know It's completely free. We have funding from White Collar Advice, who provides resources so that we don't have to charge anybody for any of this work. But somebody's got to do the work, okay? You've got to do the work. Nobody should work harder than you on being an advocate for an earlier release date. Dr. Haydel understands that, and that's why he's doing this work. All we can do at Prison Professors, as the nonprofit, all we can do is work to build tools, tactics, and resources to help you memorialize the journey. And we would encourage you to become a member of our community. It's super simple to do, right? You would just visit our website at Prison Professors, right? It's right there. It's super simple. You could click on the courses right down here, and you'll see one of the courses is talent. And if you go to talent, right, you'll go to this page right here. We fund all of this. You don't have to do anything. You've got all these individual lessons here that could be helpful to you and prompt you on what to write. You've got a tutorial right here on how to build your profile. Everything, we make everything available, okay, to try and teach you how to build your profile. And if you want to get started doing it, just click this link to build your profile right there. Open that link. There it is. That's how you build a profile. You just click this, build your profile, and it'll show you exactly what to do. Just answer the questions right here on this form, and our team will take care of the rest. If you want to add to your profile, you click this button. Okay, but what you're also going to want to do, like Dr. Pedrell, I'd encourage him to do, is when you find people to follow you, have them subscribe to the newsletter. If they subscribe to the newsletter, then every time Dr. Haydel starts submitting, you're going to get a ping of saying, hey, he's done something more by subscribing. So these are the tools that we create. We want you to really emulate leadership. I consider Dr. Haydel a leader. He is an ambassador of our program in the prison where he's serving a sentence, just like we would like you to become. Remember, you've got to build assets that will help advance you as a candidate for the earliest possible release, the highest level of liberty at the soonest possible time. Don't expect somebody else to be able to do that for you. We could help you publish it, but you've got to do the work just like Dr. Haydel is doing. And I hope that that's helpful to you. If you want more information, just look through our website at prisonprofessors.org. I always make 3 promises. 1, I'm never going to lie to you. 2, I am never going to ask you to do anything I didn't do. And 3, I'm never going to charge you a penny for anything that prisonprofessors.org offers. We are a nonprofit, 100% committed to improving outcomes for all people in the criminal justice system. My name is Michael Santos. I believe in you. Thanks so much for being a part of our community.